post Eagles and Bucks game when we have the Eagles currently at 3-point favorites on the road against Tampa Bay, who just won 9-0 in a classic baseball game against the Panthers.
Yeah. I don't know what is wrong with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know what's in the air there, but I don't know. They're like a fighter who just got knocked down. They're not getting knocked up. It's like the sport of football. Like you have a chance to go out there and play again. Unfortunately, if this was a fight, they look like Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor when he got knocked out in 3 seconds, and they're just kind of sitting there with stars in the air. They're kind of like drifting back and forth. They didn't look like they wanted to be there in that Giants game. They look like they were looking forward to that Bucks playoff game, but AJ Brown gets banged up. I called this game again 2 months ago. I said this is going to shape up to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Philadelphia Eagles matchup, and I picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win because I compared the Philadelphia Eagles to that Pittsburgh Steelers team that started 11-0 and then started to lose game after game after game, and they had one of the easiest schedules in the league. It was all one possession games, and then they ended up falling apart and losing to Baker Mayfield. And that's exactly what's going to happen in this game because when Jalen Hyatt, Wandale Robinson, and Darren Waller are ripping you apart, excuse me, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashad White,
Kate Otten.
Cade Otton, Chase Edmonds, like this is a different Buccaneers team. Their offensive line is better since the last time you faced them. There is clearly some deep internal issues with that Philadelphia Eagles team. And right now, I'm just picking the unit that feels more like a cohesive unit. They are behind Baker Mayfield. I can't say the same thing about Jalen Hurts right now. They are behind Todd Bowles. I can't say the same thing about Nick Sirianni right now. And I don't care how many times they watch Rocky. I don't care if he shows them Rocky 4. You're not going to suddenly just wake up and then kick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ass in this game. Going to Tampa when your secondary has been terrible. I like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Baker Mayfield to take this game. My only concern is Baker it gets a little bit too try hard sometimes, a little bit like, yeah, I'm going to do this moment sometimes, and sometimes it can bite him in the ass, but I just think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the momentum, and just losing to the Giants like that, when you look so disinterested, you deserve to get ran off of the field.
Yeah, see, if you would have told me this 2 months ago that I would have been picking the Bucks to beat the Eagles in a playoff game, I would have said you were nuts. But what have we seen the last few months where I can honestly say that the Eagles are the better team right now? We saw what happened last week against the Giants, and I know some people would say, well, they already had a playoff seeding there. But at the same time, you're playing for a home playoff game or a away playoff game, and that is completely different. And like the how bad that they've played. They were 10-1 at one point, and then they finished the season 11-6, losing 5 of the last 6, and a lot of these games in really ugly fashion. So with Jalen Hurts being not only banged up but not playing great football, with AJ Brown being banged up, with all of the fractures in that team, it just feels like the team quit on Nick Sirianni a little bit. Like if you would have said this 2 months ago, I would have called you crazy. But now with how things have unraveled, I think this is a lock though for the Bucks to win, and I would definitely take them to easily cover. And I think that they're going to take care of business and embarrass the Eagles.